Hello Internet, my name is Blue and I've had a couple of messages from you guys asking what I'm going to do now. As we all know, it's the time of the year where everyone goes back to school or uni and all these other things, and that causes problems for people who make YouTube, especially at the age where I am, because if we're not big enough to actually make a living out of it, we need to do other things. So I have taken an apprenticeship, which I am not allowed to tell you what it's doing, what it's about. It's a good one though. And because of that, you guys have been asking whether I'm going to be continuing doing YouTube. And unfortunately, my answer to that is, hell yes, I'm going to keep doing YouTube. Of course I am. I love doing it. It started off as a project that I wanted to do when I left school in December, because I had all this free time and just thought, what the hell, may as well try it. I'm having lots of fun with it. I'm getting lots of people saying good job. I'm getting lots of people giving me constructive criticism, and that's exactly what I need. So thank you very much. And to honour you guys for being so great to me, I'm going to reveal a trade secret of mine. Not for YouTube, but in general life. So here are my 7 rules of life. So my first rule is the past is the past. I mean, the past is behind you, that's why it's called past, because it's past you, and if you dwell on it too much, it can be very destructive for you. However, that's not to say you shouldn't learn from your mistakes. Always learn from your mistakes, but once you have learnt the lesson, move on. Get it out of the way and just continue on with what's in front of you. But forgive me for quoting Kung Fu Panda here, now is a gift, and that's why it's called the present. So yeah, my first rule is don't dwell on the past. My second rule is care about what people think about you, but only in moderation. What I mean by that is you shouldn't care so much about what people think about you that you change your whole personality and change yourself in a detrimental way. What you should do is take on people's advice and learn from it and change yourself in small ways to make yourself the best person you can be. I mean, that directly relates to YouTube because we get a lot of haters in the comments and over Twitter and stuff like that. And for some people, it's what stops them from doing YouTube. I was talking to a girl the other day and she didn't want to do YouTube because of that. Just not getting on with people and people getting at you even though you think you're doing the best you can. But what you need to do is you need to block those people out and just focus on the good things and ways you can make your product, in this case YouTube videos, better. A good quote that goes with this is something that I saw on the internet, which I have no idea who said it, but whoever said it is an absolute genius, is people aren't actually against you. There is no one in life who's actually against you. They are for themselves. And if for themselves putting you down makes them feel better, then it seems like you're doing them a service. You're making them feel better in their own weird way, if you get me. So my next rule is remembering that time heals. So I could go into all this physicsy stuff with you about how time is the only constant, but no it's not because of wormholes and space-time and all this. But actually, the main thing about time you need to remember is there is going to be things in life that are going to hurt you. So in life, bad things are going to happen. Unfortunately, that's just how the world works. Your life won't be completely perfect. And what I've found, especially with things like relationships, or you're not happy in what job you are, and your parents are getting angry at you and you're having arguments, is that there is one thing, that if you play your cards right, time will heal. So if you just leave things long enough and you do the best you can to sort them out, but then don't try too hard. I mean, this is the hard part, striking this balance of trying hard enough to sort it out, but not trying too hard to make it worse. Time will eventually just brush over. I've had arguments with friends, I've had arguments with loved ones that we've never solved, we've never got over, but literally just down to the fact that we've given it time and I've spaced myself out a bit from them and then come back. It's just made things better. You just need to let these things go. Right, the next rule is you are in charge of you. And by that I mean that everyone around you is going to be telling you what's best for you and what you need to do. And sometimes, yes, they will be right, and you need to take that in and kind of work it out in your head and figure out if they are right or not. But in the end, it's your decision, okay? You can't blame the mistakes of your life on other people. You should blame it on yourself, see how you can learn from that, and then, as I said in one of the earlier ones, put it behind you. The past is the past. Right, my next rule is one that a lot of people struggle with, and that is especially me as well, which is stop comparing yourself to other people. There are always going to be other people out there who are better at you at this thing, better at you at that thing, and you thought you were amazing at this, but someone else is better than you. Oh, I wish I was more like that person. And that kind of thinking is really detrimental to you, okay? Especially with celebrity image at the moment, it is giving us sort of idealistic body values, which everyone kind of wants. I'm using body as an example. There are also money and other things like that. But we can't get them to the extent that these people can. And do you know why? Because not everyone is the same. If everyone was the same, it was boring. There is something about you that is absolutely amazing, which the person that you look up to doesn't have. You just need to remember that. You are unique in your own way, and you need to stop comparing yourself to people who have obviously had different opportunities to you. The next one is overthinking things. I have spent many a night in bed not being able to get to sleep because I'm thinking about all sorts of things, if it's from like YouTube video ideas to relationships. And relationships are a big thing, a big theme of this video, because relationships are a huge part of anyone's life. But the thing is, if you overthink things, it can be, as I always say in these, it can be detrimental to you. And what you need to do is you just need to sit back and just relax. I mean, like Bad Boys, when they go, woo-sa, woo-sa. If you've seen Bad Boys. And what you need to do is you just need to relax into these things, okay? You just chill, okay? Okay, just chill. Just chill. The last one is one of these. Smile. Look, the world is an amazing place, and it has a lot to offer you. And if you just show a positive mental attitude and smile, it will open up to you. I mean, I don't mean to quote this directly, and please, please, internet, do not slate me for saying this, but YOLO, I mean, I don't mean it like that, you only live your life once. I mean it just because you have only got one life, and it doesn't mean go and do stupid things. It means just make the most of what you're doing. Don't use negative like values and negative streams that come into your life as a way to shape how you act. Use positive streams to make sure you are the best kind of person you can be, if that makes sense, which I think it does. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, that was my 7 rules of life. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like or comment on my Twitter or anything like that. All of these are links in the description. This was a more serious video. If you want me to see me do more stuff like the bagel, which I've got an idea for a next one, which I hope will be as funny as that one, because that is one of my most popular videos. Please comment below, or as I say, on my Twitter, and tell me what you want, because I haven't done stuff like my End of the Beds, apart from with Tom Luke, and I haven't done story time for a while. So, as I say, please just tell me what you want, and I guess that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and cheerio. Whoop!